The fallout kept coming today from Saturday's failed U.S. commando raid to free 2 hostages in Yemen. American photographer Luke Summers and South African teacher Pierre Korkie were shot to death by their al-Qaida captors before the commandos could reach them.
The president does not at all regret ordering this mission.
The White House defended the raid, with spokesman Josh Earnest saying American officials had not known about efforts to win the South African captives' release.
What I can tell you is that the United States had no information that there were private negotiations underway for the release of Mr. Korkie.
Negotiations in general for his release.
That is correct. That is the information that I have. That said, we obviously mourn the death of Mr. Korkie in the same way that we mourn the death of Mr. Summers.
The Associated Press reported Yemen's government did know about the Korkie negotiations and that U.S. officials were present during recent conversations about him. On Saturday, the head of the charity that employed Korkie, Gift of the Givers, said his release had been set for Sunday, one day after the raid. A ransom reportedly was being paid.
It was really shocking, especially since last week I told Yolandi, which is Pierre's wife, that we will have Pierre home for Christmas.
Relatives of Luke Summers also criticized the U.S. raid, coming days after a previous rescue attempt came up empty.
I'm certain that my life is in danger.
U.S. officials said they had to try again after al-Qaida in Yemen threatened to murder Summers and showed him in this video released last week. They had set Saturday as a deadline. So late Friday, operators from the Navy's SEAL Team 6 flew from Djibouti across the Gulf of Aden to Shabwa province in southern Yemen. Various reports said they hiked several miles, but they were spotted as they closed in, and a gun battle ensued, giving the militants time to shoot both hostages. Yesterday, outgoing Secretary of Defense Chuck Hagel defended the planning that led to the raid.
Our process is about as thorough as there can be. Is it imperfect? Yes. Is there risk? Yes. But we start with the fact that we have an American that's being held hostage, and that American's life is in danger.
Over the summer, the U.S. also tried and failed to free American journalist James Foley, held by the Islamic State group in Syria. Foley and 4 other Western hostages were later beheaded by Islamic State members. The al-Qaida branch had no immediate response to the failed U.S. raid or the death of the hostages.